very pleased, very pleased and grateful for sharing with you. Our conversation today, titled Learning and Leadership, has three keywords. Three keywords. Learning, Rotary, and leadership are the three keywords. In fact, when you look at life, you see that life is a continuous learning process. And it is wisely and widely said that knowledge is power. Yes, power and knowledge are directly proportional to learning. They are all interwoven. Knowledge is therefore a quintessential weapon needed to be a good leader with shining qualities. You know very well, just as I do, as a leader, you can only give what you have. And the class of knowledge you give or you demonstrate determines the respect accorded you both in office and out of office. They say respect is earned and not assumed. I therefore recommend learning to all Rotary leaders at whatever level. If you look at the word learning itself, globally, we can say learning is relatively a lasting change in behavior acquired through many ways. Listening is one of them. Observation is one of them. Participation is one of them. Information is one of them. Problem-solving skills, discussion, exchange of ideas, and facilitation, as you may want to call it. Learning starts from when we are born. You start learning by observing and listening to our parents, elders in our community and homes. And that's why you hear people talk about native intelligence and native wisdom, which means learning is not confined to classroom only. Learning is active. It's an active process itself. Learning leads to lasting changes. Learning occurs as a result of experience. Learning affects attitudes, knowledge, and behavior. My dear brothers, there's more to learning than book learning or classroom learning. Now, let us relate learning to Rotary leadership. Personally, I admire the way you talk about leadership in Rotary. I like your possessive language when it comes to leadership. When you look at Rotary, it's like it can be likened to a community. In fact, it's a community of volunteers with the greatest pool of human resources. Leadership in Rotary is completely different from leadership in business or secular world in general for obvious reasons. In secular worlds or business world, leadership involves boss and the subordinates. You can start talking about salary, conditions of service. All this come into play in business world. Sometimes leadership in business or business world can degenerate to what I refer to as my way or your way. That is, obey the last order. But this is quite different in Rotary. Leaders in Rotary are all volunteers, like the people they lead. They are all equals. And that is why knowledge and leadership styles are so important to Rotary. leadership styles like autocratic style, bureaucratic style, the coaching style, charismatic style, visionary style, inspirational and persuasive oration leadership style. I will leave this one. It's a subject of another day to expatiate on this. I will leave it for our right line when we go into it to learn. Rotary leadership learning can be categorized into two. The first one is role-based learning in Rotary. You know very well that Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International, they have programs of their own. These programs are well defined and they are backed up with trainings. Rotary offers its officers what I call role-based trainings. I give you a few instances. We have all experienced it from one time or the other. District governors-elect are trained for a number of days at the International Assembly. The regional Rotary coordinators and their assistants are called together and trained at zonal levels. At Rotary institutes, opportunities are given to district officers, such as District International Service Chair, District Finance Committee Chair, and so on. All these trainings are role-based. In other words, what Rotary do is to give deep knowledge of what the role you should play, how you should play that role to achieve the desired goals. This Rotary does because Rotary believes that to get to all these high-level power positions, you must have got Rotary in you. But I can assure you that this assumption or belief that calibers of the above-mentioned leaders must know Rotary is not always so. It is not always so. And the fact remains that Rotarians are the nucleus of Rotary. They are the full soldiers of Rotary. So knowledge is needed. Sending people to high positions without Rotary knowledge is equivalent to going through university without the university going through you. I give you another instance. The district governors, they return from the International Assembly and begin to administer training such as, until recently, they call them DTTA, PEDS, DTA, Grant Management Seminar, Public Image Seminar, all at district levels. But the fact remains that all these trainings are role-based. Rotary is so committed to this. It is virtually an annual ritual administered by Rotary because Rotary recognizes the importance of learning and knowledge for leadership engagement and effectiveness. I agree with Rotary. Leadership is a serious business. Leadership is a great challenge. If it's therefore a great challenge and serious business, Rotarians need to know more than the role they need to play. And this is where Rotary Leadership Institute comes in. We know that Rotary Leadership Institute started over 30 years ago in America. There was a young man who joined Rotary Club of New Jersey. He progressed and became the club president. From club presidency, he moved on to become a district governor. From there, he moved again to become Rotary International member of Rotary International Board of Directors. All along the way to this high position, he observed some lapses, what I call service opportunities for him, and felt that there's an opportunity for him to fill the gap for Rotary. So he started reasoning, administered research and development analysis on Rotarians and discovered that even Rotarians that are leaving Rotary are leaving Rotary because of lack of knowledge and leadership skills, responsible for 10 to 15% of Rotarians within their first 5 years of membership. So this man, David Linnett, of blessed memory, came back and started thinking of what to do about this service opportunity, how to fill the gap. He talked to some district governors and district leaders in that area, and they all agreed that there is need for it. And someone among the district governors pointed at a man who was just a Rotarian, not yet a president, not to talk of governorship. And the name of that one is Michael Rabaska. Michael was pointed at to accompany David Linnett on this journey because Rabaska was a very well-known educationist, known educationist all over the state of New York. Now the journey started. They formulated curriculum and started with their own districts, teaching people leadership skills, Rotary knowledge. This became very, very interesting and demand grew. He started thinking, how can we make this international? So from there, it moved to other parts of America. Today, Rotary Leadership Institute is all over America, both North and South. Today, Rotary is in Japan. Rotary International, Rotary Leadership Institute is in Japan. Rotary Leadership Institute is in Southeast Asia, Germany, United Kingdom, Nigeria, Brazil, just name it. Today, Rotary Leadership Institute is international. This is the genesis of Rotary Leadership Institute International. In Nigeria, Rotary Leadership Institute came to Nigeria in the year 2009. And the first set of faculty members were trained in Abuja. Certificate given to them on the 5th of December, 2009. The first national chairman was our own dear PDG, Tunji Funsho. He was closely followed by other leaders, the first registrar, Yinka Babalola, and so on and so on. We have had, after Tunji Funsho, we had Adeyemi, we had Oba Funsho, and your dear brother is serving today as national chairman. We have vice chairman. Tolu was one of them, and a good other. Each district has its own chair, and we call them vice chairs. The mission of the Rotary Leadership Institute is to provide quality education, Rotary knowledge, and leadership skills to Rotarians. In essence, we can say, what is the target of Rotary Leadership Institute? In essence, Rotary Leadership Institute can be described as a multi-district grassroots leadership development program for member districts. And today we have more than 300 districts all over the world having this as a joint project. These districts are organized into divisions throughout the world, and we have Nigeria division. What do? They share the common belief of Rotary International, but they want to fill that service opportunity of impacting knowledge into Rotarians beyond role level. So they conduct a series of leadership development courses for potential club leaders and all other club members, including those that are just joining Rotary recently. If you look at the course content, the curriculum for part 1, which formerly it was called class 1, class 2, class 3. For part 1, you have what we call 6 courses or sessions. Part 2 have 6 sessions. Part 3, you have 5. And beyond that, you have what you call graduate classes. In most parts of the world, when you do part 1, you are encouraged to do 2. From 2, you do 3. At the point you get to 3rd class, they give them lapel pin, which shows that they have come some way. But then, there are still other courses for graduate classes. Courses like membership issues, ethics, speaking opportunities, and the rest of them. Motivating volunteers, motivation. All these are topics organized for graduates that have passed through 1, 2, 3 to become specialized in areas of interest to them. The courses all over emphasize both leadership skills and knowledge of Rotary. One good thing about Rotary Leadership Institute is that all courses or sessions are completely interactive. Completely interactive. In other words, it is expected that the facilitator will not do more than 5% of the time in talking. While the people in the class, the participants, we call them, we do the 95% talking. This gives opportunity for cross-breeding of ideas. Poor people, ideas, because when you look at a class, you might see somebody who's about 30 years old. We have had causes of past district governor coming back to come and do part 1, part 2, part 3. We have even had causes of people that have gone far as getting to that RI board directorship, coming back to do. A good example is Mark Govan. He came back to do part 1, part 2, part 3 before he became now, as we are talking now, he's now a past international chair. All courses are interactive. And may I remind us that Rotary Leadership Institute is not a program of Rotary International. Rotary Leadership Institute was recommended by RI Board of Directors and is strongly endorsed by the Council on Legislation at 3 of its triennial consecutive meetings. That is to show that it is very dear to the heart of Rotary and is very dear to board members and Rotary International. RLI believes that leadership education has a positive impact on membership retention. And by creating engagement and enthusiasm, you'll be able to recruit more people into Rotary. And by imparting knowledge into them, they will be able to stay. I'm able to say that Rotary Leadership Institute is the only place where you can get fun, fellowship, friendship, and knowledge all at the same time within the one day that you spent in Rotary. I usually refer to that one as FFFK. Fun, fellowship, friendship, and knowledge acquired within one day under one roof. It is only Rotary Leadership Institute that can offer you that. Because the classes are very small, you'll be able to make friends. Because the classes are very small, 20 to 25, you know each other beyond that. I have seen a class where 25 members of that part 1 begged Rotary Leadership Institute Nigeria to please oblige them the opportunity of coming together as a class in part 2. That is the kind of bond that you can form when you attend Rotary Leadership Institute, the trainings. The courses are usually facilitated by very, very experienced Rotarians who we call facilitators in a very conducive environment. People within a city can sit down and have a class, but people can come from other parts because Rotary Leadership Institute is international. Who are these facilitators? The people we call facilitators. They are Rotarians like you and I. The only difference is that they have deep knowledge of Rotary, and they are carefully selected through faculty orientation administered by experienced faculty members. Yes, they have deep knowledge of Rotary, but they are equally trained to have more knowledge. Otherwise, you find yourself facing candidates or participants that are more knowledgeable than yourself. So as a facilitator, you must be able to read far and wide. You must be able to do beyond ordinary things that we know in Rotary. Facilitators are carefully selected through faculty orientation, and this is done by experienced faculty members. Apart from that, we have opportunities of getting Rotarians together, the faculty members, and we, from time to time, look at ourselves, encourage ourselves, admonish ourselves, improve ourselves so that we can become better facilitators in our classes. Like I told you before, it's over 30 years old in the world, and Nigerians own started 2009. We have trained thousands of Rotarians in Nigeria for leadership skills, Rotary knowledge, and what have you. Facilitations may take you years. If you listen to what our RI president, Stephanie Uchik, I don't know how many of us listened to her during the Mauritius Institute, where she remarked that what you get in one day in a classroom of Rotary Leadership Institute, you may spend the entire 10 years or your whole existence in Rotary without acquiring what you get in one day. Therefore, learning is active and leads to lasting changes. As leaders, I advise us to develop more leaders. Have eye for those people in your club that have potential for leadership, those people in your clubs that are new, those people in your club that desire knowledge. Send them to Rotary Leadership Institute. Let them come and learn. There's no one who goes into that training, comes back the same. They are better equipped as leaders. And as a leader, remember, great leaders are known by what happens when they are not there. So develop people under you. Have eyes for quality. Encourage your Rotarians to enroll for Rotary Knowledge in Rotary Leadership Institute. Take your Rotary knowledge to the next level. Learning new things make you smarter. And we should never hold ourselves back. We need to strive to be better tomorrow than we are today. Sometimes there can be obstacles along the way. There could be challenges along the way. When you really mean to do it, you can only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. I advise that Rotarians stay focused. We as leaders should stay focused and relentless. True greatness is measured by the impact you leave behind as a leader. On this note, my dear friends, District Governor, fellow Rotarians, I want to say thank you once more for bringing me to this conversation clinic of today. God bless you. You may want to ask me questions, and I'm around for you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much to our guest speaker, the National Chairman of Rotary Leadership Institute in Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the insightful presentation today that has taken us through the benefits of learning in Rotary. I am sure that the participants this evening have gained so much. We will take a few questions. If you have a question, you can please raise your hand so that I can recognize you to speak. We will take just about 3 to 4 questions. But just before that, permit me to recognize some of our Rotary leaders that joined us during the course of the presentation by PDG Oladokun. I recognize the presence of the Vice Chair for Districts 9126 and 9127, PDG Ayo Oyedokun. Thank you so much. He's also a son of the soil. I must say that because my DG has been identifying sons and daughters of the soil since we started today. So,
thank you very much for the recognition.
PDG,
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Also, a past national chairman, past district governor, Obafunsho Ogunkeye, snuck in like he always does, but we spotted him and we want to thank him for joining us as usual. PDG, I thank you so much, sir. Our district governor nominee, DGN Olaniyi Okin, has also been with us since the very start. I want to thank you. He has never missed any of the series since we started this Rotary year. Your support and your guidance means a lot to us. Thank you so much, DGN. I recognize also the district learning facilitator designates, DLFD Samuel Kolawole, ZC Ayo Lagunju, the district treasurer and district secretary. Thank you so much for joining. And so while still waiting for hands to be raised, I would like to request PDG Saga Ahmed to kick off with some words for us in regards to the presentation we have just listened to. I will quickly move on to some of our other revered leaders, but saying that PDG Sagab Ahmed is the only PDG belonging to 2 districts here, I would like to have him take the very first shots. PDG Sagab Ahmed, except he is no longer with us. I think he must have left at some point. All right, then. So permit me to invite past District Governor Ayo Oyedokun for some words with regards to this topic. PDG Oyedokun, sir.
All right, thank you very much, my district learning facilitator. I also want to especially thank my chairman, the national chairman of the Rotary Leadership Institute in Nigeria, past district governor Adeyemi Oladokun, who is also the learning facilitator for district 9141. Thank you for guiding Rotarians through this aspect of how the Rotary Leadership Institute structures. And I believe that with all those that are on the call, those that do not understand how we operate, and the history, you've been able to put them through in that direction. I would just want to encourage us, that as we keep on learning, any form of learning that we expect, we should always understand that it can come in any different form. Rotary learning can be in form of club learning. Rotary learning can be in form of district learning. Rotary learning can be in form of attending institutes. or even going to conventions. It's all about learning. And I'm so happy that we have been able to be guided through the Rotary leadership through the Rotary Leadership Institute in Nigeria. Things are happening that we have to keep on encouraging Rotarians to be knowledgeable Rotarians. And we know that we cannot stop learning in any form that we know. The more knowledgeable we are about this organization, the more passionate that we can become, about this organization. And definitely Rotary Leadership Institute is an avenue, that we can. And for District 9126, which I also cover as Vice Chairman, I just want to encourage us. Let us not be weary about these trainings. Let's always encourage one another. Those that have attended before should also please encourage those that are yet to, or those that have not proceeded, after doing 122, do so. We will be doing ourselves a lot of good, supporting the districts, because when we have knowledgeable Rotarians, we are helping to support the growth of our clubs, we are helping to support the growth of our districts, and in so doing, we are supporting whoever is in the leadership at any point in time. The leadership can be the president, the leadership can be the assistant governor, the leadership can be the district governor himself. And I know that the more we encourage people to um, learn, about Rotary, the more knowledgeable Rotarians we're able to produce. Let costs not deter us. Let time not deter us. Let us always be part of it. When you have a call for the next Rotary leadership, please let's encourage others. Sponsor somebody if you can, or if you have finished attending, always encourage another person to attend. I really thank the district governor of District 9126 and the learning facilitator for bringing out these issues, for us, which shows the support that you have for learning and making it the 8th series in this edition. Congratulations to all Rotarians in District 9126 and Nigeria. And thank you very much, my district, my chairman, national chairman, for taking our time to educate us. God bless you and thank you. Over.
Thank you so much, Vice Chair, past District Governor Oladokun. Thank you for your very insightful words. Rotarian Nana Kumo David, you are recognized. I would call you to ask your question in a few minutes. But just before that, please let me invite past District Governor Tolu Omoshola for some words of encouragement also from him. When we have our Rotary leaders here, it is beneficial to all of us that we, share from their experience, share from their insights. And I would like to take that opportunity and invite PDG Tolu Omoshola for your words, sir. My PDG Tolu, you may please unmute yourself and speak. I know you're still with us.
Hello. Sorry. Sorry about that. Thank you very much, Lulu. Thank you, GG, National Chairman PDG, Oladokun, other district, other PDGs and other district leaders. They are present. I listened very attentively to the presentation by PDG Adeyemi Oladokun, and I must say that. Of course, with my interaction with him over the years, I did not expect anything less from him. That was a very precise, concise, and very informative presentation. And it's like this session was set aside specifically for RLI faculty, because I've looked at all the attendees, and it's been one RLI faculty or the other joining, the call and all that. And so I think that call or this presentation is particularly beneficial to all of them. Leadership is something that we cannot but continue to harp on. especially in Rotary. Like he said, there are role learning where you learn specifically for your role. And this is one challenge we're beginning to have, especially with our new district governors. This was the practice, or is the practice that has taken root very recently over the years, where 1,000 or 100 district leaders will be invited for the district, as it then was, district team training seminar without any specific role assigned to them. They just get a letter inviting them. So when you do a broad-based kind of learning like that, how do you know what role you're going to serve in when the new year eventually comes in? But when you go for a district training, district learning seminar, and you know you're going to come in as a district membership chair, as a district foundation chair, then you go into breakout sessions that deal specifically with those roles. But you go and you just go learn everything. How do you apply it when you eventually get into position? And more often than not, some of those people invited are not even given any district position. So, well, PDG Oladokun has addressed the issues, more specifically the history of the existence of RLI. That was a very refreshing one, even for us old. We were there when it started in Abuja. I was one part of the pioneer RLI faculty that were trained in Abuja when PDG Tunji Funsho was the first national chairman. So we thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us. And I'm sure we have all been able to take away one thing or the other to go back to apply in our respective roles and then respective facilitation classes that we will eventually find ourselves. Thank you very much, and thank you for this opportunity given to me to say a few words. Thank you, Dolu.
Thank you so much, my PDJ. Thank you. It's always very refreshing hearing from you, sir. I recognize also past district governor Mighty Man Dekoro. He joined us in the course of this lecture. It's from 9141. Thank you so much, PDJ, for joining us. Let's quickly take the question from Rotary Nana Kumo David. His hand has been up, or I don't know if it's he or her. So you can unmute yourself and quickly ask the question, and I'm sure our guest speaker will do justice to same.
Okay. We can all answer the question.
Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to speak. I don't know, are you hearing me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
I said thank you so much for the opportunity. First and foremost, let me appreciate our leaders and our past district governor who did a thorough job as far as this topic is concerned on leadership, because leadership is more or less like everyday living. My own is not probably is not a question per se, but I want to recommend and also see how as Rotarians we can take this Rotary Leadership Institute serious because of my personal experience. In my club, for instance, I was privileged to be called by the learning facilitator to say, if you are a president again, what will you do best? Where I've been president for about probably 15 to 10 years to 15 years, and he's telling me, asking me that question, if I am a president again, what will you do differently from what you have done before? And my answer was, I would recommend that all Rotarians attend Rotary leadership training before they become president. And he asked me why. I said, because knowledge is power. If we are all knowledgeable, we attend trainings that Rotary Leadership Institute organize in our districts. Most Rotarians, most of the challenges we have in terms of membership, in terms of foundation, in terms of executing projects, we will not be having most of them, because you will first and foremost know what and how to go about it. And in course of that, my explanation, I recommended to my club that for you to be a president, in our bylaw, I said, you must have to attend Rotary Leadership Institute. It is not enough for you to just be a Rotarian. You have been one committee, you have held the position, secretary, you've held different positions. It is not enough. Just like what the presenter said, PDG Oladokun, he said, our past, one of the past Rotary president was saying, what you learn in one day in Rotary Leadership Institute is more than when you are in Rotary, just to summarize. So when I made that proposal as part of a criterion for you to be a president in my club, most of my past presidents saw reasons and they came into it. So I am grateful for this opportunity, because I know what it entails when you are in leadership position, because learning is also living. So it's just to appreciate and propose that let our leaders, our present district governors, and even past district governors, let them make it as a kind of criteria that, look, for you to, because if you see what some president does, they just feel that they are president, this is my tenure, I must do this. They forgot that club belongs to everybody. And that is what drives most new people.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Rotarian David.
Let me stop
Thank you
there.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, the point you're making is valid and well noted. Thank you so much. And so before we go, it will be very, very nice to hear a few words also from our DGN. I'm sure he's still with us, DGN Olaniyi Okin. Please, if you are still here, kindly unmute so that we can have the benefit of your thoughts.
Thank you very much, my district learning facilitator. I am so happy about the presentation this night and how the presenter has presented it. It will give us some mouth, at least, to preach RLI to our Rotarians over there. Because many people think that, they ask me question, what are you doing in RLI? But I'm sure as much as those two have joined this evening will now agree with me that it is necessary to be trained through the Rotary Leadership Institute. I thank the presenter. I thank you for bringing out this topic. I'm so much impressed. Thank you very much, our presenter. We wish you more knowledge, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, DGN. Thank you. PDG Obafunsho Ogunkeye, who is still with us, we would also like to hear from you before we round up this 8th series in our lecture series. PDG Obafunsho, sir.
I never indicated I wanted to speak.
Yes, we just want to have the benefit of your thoughts, sir.
Then your request should have been phrased in that manner. Good evening, my PDG National Chair, RLI. Have I said anything out of place? Well,
No, not sir.
you refuse to recognize 9126. You are now recognizing Tolu 9127 and Ayo, and so on and so forth. We want to thank the presenter, who also was district trainer in 9141. And I think that should have been included when he was being introduced. To have been the trainer in 9141 is not a small thing. We want to thank you for attending this session. And it has only shown that the DLS for this year in 9126 has been proactive, and we wish to have more of this before the end of the year, and we hope for the coming year we'll be treated to issues and topics which have similar relevance to our growth as Rotarians. Thank you, Dolu.
Thank you so much, my PDG. Thank you. We appreciate your words to us. So before I call on somebody to appreciate our guest speaker, I wonder if our PDG from 9141, PDG Mighty Man, would grace us with some of his thoughts. It's wonderful having him with us this evening. I've seen some of his messages in the chat room, but would also like to hear your voice before we round up. Past District Governor Mighty Man. If you
All
can
right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dolu. Thank you. Just to look in to say thank you for this initiative. The series of training organized by the district is good. It's something that we want to copy shamelessly for all the other districts that are not doing this series of trainings through the learning facilitation team. We recommend that it's something you do. Experience, they say, is not taught, but it's caught. And how we can catch it is by doing. So if you're trained today and you're not trained tomorrow, you might just be frozen in time. So I appreciate this series of training and retraining. That's why I said we learn and to become what we want to be. Thank you. As for the presentation by Adeyemi Oladokun, my good friend, it is vintage hymn, so we're not surprised. It's one of our bragging rights in 9141, a gift to the Rotary world and to Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you, TLN, for this package. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PDG. We appreciate you. And so in the next 1 to 2 minutes, I would like to invite Rotary and Jumoke for to appreciate our guest speaker this evening. I know that she ordinarily not being from 9126, but like my DG has said, she is a daughter of the soil. And so we are calling the daughter of the soil to appreciate the son of the soil for this wonderful presentation this evening. Rotary and Jumoke, if you are there, you have the floor now. All right, so while she may be having some challenges with our network, I saw a hand up from B Wealth. Okay, your hand is down now. All right, so if we cannot get Rotary and Jumoke at the moment, may I request the District Executive Secretary, Kazim Oderino, to do us the kind honor of appreciating our guest speaker.
Can I give a parting word before that, please?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear friends. It's just an advice I want to leave behind. And it's for all of us. Like I said, we learn every day of our life. It's a continuous learning process. And I want to advise that when it comes to learning, Never hold yourself back. In fact, it should be our duty to strive every day to be better tomorrow. Look beyond your present day. Strive to be better tomorrow than you are today when it comes to knowledge. Read voraciously. Read voraciously, and all will be well with us. Somebody advised that we should push this into our clubs to take resolutions and make their bylaws to include RLI as compulsory to become leaders in clubs. We should try in our district to promote this. I know very well in our district that many clubs are doing that already. We had a case where someone was asked to go and do, if you want to be, you must go for this. So please strive every day. Never hold yourself back. Strive to be better tomorrow than you are today. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful. We appreciate your presentation this evening, and we so much. Okay, so don't let me be the one to give the vote of thanks. DS Kazim Oderidu, please take it away.
Thank you very much, dear facilitator, the district governor nominee, referred past district governors in our midst, the guest speaker, double as the national chair of RLI. On behalf of the district governor, the entire Rotarians of District 9126, I want to say a very big thank you for the wealth of experience shared. We so much appreciate you. We so much thank you. Many of us on this platform are graduates of RLI, but of course, we will still spread the gospel, encourage many of our members to key into the RLI activities, and we promise we'll do better. But one of those things we always ask, and we've not gotten a solution to, I'm a member of an e-club. We have about 6 e-clubs in our district. Many of our members are not in Nigeria, and we've been finding it difficult to ask them to participate in RLI because it's not yet a virtual program in Nigeria. So I want to plead to the leadership of RLI to help us look into this so that some of our e-club members can be able to key into the activities of RLI so that they can do better in leadership development and the learning. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, DS.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
the request that you have also smuggled into the appreciation, I'm sure is well noted. This is probably one of the best forums to actually raise it. So kudos for doing that. We are about 7 minutes past, our usual time, and I want to put down to the fact that this topic has been very, engaging, and we have all enjoyed it so much. Even though we are 7 minutes beyond our time, we still have about 57 participants on the call, and that is very gratifying to note. May I then invite our district governor, DG Kayode Olowolagba, to close today's learning series while thanking everyone once again. Thank you. DG, sir. My district governor, if you can hear us. Okay. Seeing as the DG is yet to respond, I also want that to put that down to maybe a glitch. On behalf of the convener of this learning series, District Governor Kayode Olowolagba. Oh, great. Thank you, my DG, sir.
Our guest speaker, I recognize all my past district governor in the house. Our own PDG Oladokun is here. Our home PDG Adeyemi join us when the program is on. I thank all the participants who have attended today's training. I thank all our resource persons Rotary and our own PDG, Adeyemi, for everything he has presented to us this evening. And I want to believe that we have all learned and gained one or two things from his presentation. I thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. PDG, thank you so much once again. I really do appreciate your coming and your presentation. As usual, our participants, the video recording of this session will be shared through the club president, and so we may have it for posterity. I wish all of us a very beautiful evening today and hope to see you at episode 9 of our learning series later this month. Thank you so much.
Do nice, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Kudos to our DLF. Good night.
Right. Nice.